If opportunity doesn't knock, then build a door. Milton Berle. I am one of those people that believe you can do anything. The difference is that I apply optimism to the process of getting there as well as to the end result. Most people have a habit of picturing the goal, but will allow negativity and failure to cloud the process. I am sure you have heard of second guessing, devil's advocate, or cynicism. These common traits can cause many to abandon their dreams. It is important to embrace a stumbling block on the journey as a milestone and not as a mistake. Do you remember how psyched you were when you first learned how to ride a bike after several attempts? Imagine how many chefs ruined a meal when they were in culinary school. I am sure they experienced soufflés that didn't rise, burnt pans, bland sauces, grease fires, etc. I guarantee they learned from every one of those milestones. Some of our greatest bonds and memories are made during tough times or during periods when we take for granted how great things are. Unfortunately, it is years later when we look back and appreciate them. I believe that the key here is to enjoy the ride, no matter how difficult, because any step can be a memory that stays with you for life. Louis Gerstner, former CEO of IBM, in his autobiography, Who Said Elephants Can't Dance, New York, HarperCollins, 2002, said, "Have you ever noticed how the past keeps getting better the further into the future you go? Someone once said that the only paradises we have are those that are lost." Look at a rocky road as a challenge that helps you build strength similar to a good physical workout. Don't let the process cloud your goal, no matter what it is. It's all part of the fun. David.
Communication, self-awareness, and planning are just 3 skills that can help you to change your picture and achieve your goals. But remember to enjoy this one life that you have been blessed with. Make the most of every day and each person. The effort will yield the life you were meant to have. Linda Smith, Johannesburg, South Africa. I had to pull into the parking lot when I saw the famous Nike billboard for the first time with the words, "Just do it." All these years later, I still hate to admit my epiphany was a tennis shoe ad, but it was. Jerry Hurd Dutcher, East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Turning Impossible on Its Head. J.C. Monroe. If you're looking for a story that turns impossible on its head during these challenging economic times, look no further than the astounding account of a single British mom named Joanne, or Jo, as those close to her call her. Her meteoric, rags-to-riches fairy tale seems every bit as magical as the character that rocketed her from welfare to billionaire. Her happy ending was shaped by her very real motivation to always get up after being slapped down hard, yet again, by life. One day, Jo boarded a Manchester train bound for London, only to find the departure was delayed 4 hours. Perhaps it was the hustle and bustle of the station that inspired her. By the time Jo arrived home that day, her hands raced against her mind to get thoughts down on paper. In that inexplicable rush of creativity, a literary star was born. That same year, Jo's mother died after a long battle with MS. The loss devastated Jo, and she wove her feelings of grief into her story with powerful effect. She moved to Portugal to teach English, and shortly after fell in love with a Portuguese TV journalist whom she eventually married. They had a daughter, Jessica, in July of 1993.